actually fucking looks tremendous.
Watch his
legs look really good.
Hey,
There.
what?
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with 2023 Mr. Olympia champion Derek Lunsford and Chris Cormier, and also their recent comments made on the Menace podcast, and all the credits to Dennis James.
You know, don't do it. I mean, it's your body, man.
I think, but the way
I want him to pose a certain way, but if he thinks he needs to pose a different way, that's going to put him up there.
Now, I'm not sitting here trying to generate any controversy. As expected, Chris Cormier seemed extremely frustrated with Derek training with Fabrico, because not only their training styles, they are totally different, but an even bigger problem is that the way both these guys want Derek to pose, that is also very different.
It looks like he's confused to what to do. That doesn't look...
I'm not confused, homeboy.
Not you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Derek.
But
Now, in Derek's defense, he just said he wants to learn the best from different trainers, which is totally fine. But you ever heard the phrase, too many cooks in the kitchen? So this might be one of those cases.
If too many people
that wouldn't be the way I would do it. I wouldn't do it that way. But that's him.
I think
it's his physique.
If too many cooks season the same dish, something's going to go bad.
So do it this way, do it.
And eventually Chris Acito is the one who is calling the big shots. Because we are talking about a former Miss Olympia, who have trained with the greatest bodybuilding coach of all time, Hani Rambod, for so many years. So he knows what he's doing. Now, I have no idea why Chris Cormier made this look like that he is gonna do something totally magical with Derek in just a matter of 2 months. That Hani Rambod was never able to do. And if it all comes down to how Derek Lunsford is able to peak for this upcoming Arnold, then that is gonna be totally in Chris Acito's hand. And I am very sure that Derek is gonna be a lot better than the Olympia. But Chris Cormier certainly gave the impression that he isn't pleased with Derek's situation getting on board with a different trainer. Now with Samson Dauda looking the way he is right now, from all the updates that we have seen from him in these past few weeks, especially the one that we saw from him today, Derek needs to come in at his all-time best, and he needs to improve on that Olympia 2023 look. That being said, Chris Cormier still has Derek over Samson Dauda for the win for this upcoming Arnold. But the man kept on using the word upset.
I'm still going to hope for the upset there and put Samson second.
Close my eyes and hope.
Third is going to be...
Next up, we have a 5-week out physique update from William Bonac. Another sneak peek on how his legs are looking right now, with just a few more weeks to go. Now I think William versus Sean Tarita, that is gonna be a great matchup at this upcoming Arnold, Ohio. Because the last time both these guys competed against each other, that was on the same stage at the Arnold 2 years back, and Sean was actually able to come out on top. But we have to keep in mind at that time, William Bonac was really struggling, and he was also thinking about retiring. And that was actually the show, after which he took more than 1 year off. So with him placing top 7 at this past Miss Olympia, the confidence for William Bonac right now is sky high. And it should be that way. He was able to beat the former Miss Olympia Brendan Carey and a guy like Rafael Brandao. And William has done such a great job with his coach Stefan for the past 1.5 years. His performance literally made him rethink about his retirement decision, because that was supposed to happen last year after the Olympia. But this time, William Bonac is aiming to come in big, and is aiming for nothing less than top 4 at this upcoming Arnold. And that isn't the only big show that he's doing. He's also going for the Pittsburgh Pro, as well as the Weight Pro. Now William Bonac, we all know, is gonna bring great conditioning, because the man just has been so consistent when it comes to peaking right for every single show. He has been so consistent with that. But that being said, his placing at this upcoming Arnold, that is gonna depend on how some of these other guys shows up. He can easily be outside of that top 5 if everybody shows up at their 100%. Next up, we have the physique update from Brett Wilkin. So him and Hunter, they were seen training together in California. So Brett and Hunter go way back, as the show that put Brett really on the map, that was Chicago Pro back in 2021, when he battled it out with Hunter Labrada and Rolly Winkler for the win. Now looking at these recent pictures of Brett, one has to question, how does the man look so damn lean, so ripped in the off-season, and is pushing beyond 270 pounds right now? Now another thing to keep in mind here is that he isn't planning to compete anytime soon. And the chances are, he might not do any show before the Olympia this year. Or maybe he's gonna do a show very close to the Olympia, which is gonna be an Olympia qualifier for next year. Now, out of all the guys who are gonna be making their Olympia debuts this year, and those guys are potentially gonna be Quinton Beastwood, Carlos Thomas Jr., Good Vito, and these are some of the guys off the top of my head who are most probably gonna win their first pro show and qualify for the Olympia this year. Now, realistically speaking, Brett Same, it should be placing above all of these guys, and even that is gonna be a very big deal. The current size of Brett, that is the one everyone is always talking about, because he just loses so much muscle, so much mass, as he enters the last phase of his competition prep, especially during that peak week. So let's see if him and Stefan can fix that. Guys, Mr. Olympia Signature Series is now live on hostile.com. Use the code FAZI10 to get 10% discount and click the arrow below to check out all the Hostile products. Next up is the physique update of Martin-Fitzwater. Now the man certainly ain't playing any games, with 16 weeks to go till this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro. And Martin is truly one of the favorites to win that show, along with Nick Walker and hopefully Derek Lansford as well. Now Martin is a unique talent in a sense that he did not get any success in bodybuilding in his first few years, but he just made such a big jump from 2022 to 2024 that he was able to beat some guys at the Olympia that he just wasn't supposed to beat. I mean, not even Nick Walker or Andrew Jack. They were able to place top 4 in the world in their first try, but Martin did that. Now the man seems extremely confident, and if he looks like that, at 16 weeks out, he should be aiming very high. So there isn't one single missing body part on Martin. He is that complete. He has no weak shorts whatsoever. He has that crazy quads development. And when you combine that with that deep vacuum, he looks truly sensational on the stage. Now the Olympia last year was 10 out of 10 peak for Martin. And if we have to say, he was probably the best peak guy in that top 5. That, in my opinion, won't be an exaggeration. And considering the fact that he isn't looking to put on a tons of muscle on his short frame, this short off season, that is gonna be good for him. And Martin will be bringing more density and more maturity in 2025 multiple times. And the man is what? Just 28 years old. Now you can make a case for him, fighting for that Miss Olympia title, maybe as soon as 2026. Guys, Gorilla Wear is offering a massive discount of up to 70% right now. Use the code FAZI10 to get 10% extra discount.
He hasn't prepped in the US in like fucking...
But this is good conditioning for Curry this far out.
Yeah.
Especially in the legs.
When he says in this too that, like, you know, Justin's been pushing him hard, like, to get the fat off early, you know?
Yeah.
The former Miss Olympia Brandon Curry seemed to have impressed a lot of people in the industry, and the latest positive feedback that came from the participants of the Pro Chat. And most of these comments, they were directed to how great Brandon's quads are looking right now, at 6 weeks out of this upcoming Arnold. Now, I will say this once again. Just go back and look at that 2022 physique of Brandon. The man looked absolutely monstrous that year. And not discrediting all the things, or all the good things, that those guys at the O2 gym did with Brandon. I mean, the man literally won an Olympia title while working with those guys, with Abdullah, as well as 2 Arnold titles. But never once was Brandon truly shredded on the stage in the last 8 years or so.
He actually fucking looks tremendous.
His legs look really good.
Hey, watch his hamstrings when he turns aside. Look at
Yeah.
him. How the
Fuck.
how is that? How is his hamstring sticking out further than his ass? How's that possible? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I really like this look.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at the fucking hamstring drop.
Way to go, fucking B. Curry.
So going with the new coach, who is gonna focus more on the conditioning aspect of the game and bringing out more detail and get him more peeled, that might give Brandon a totally new look for this upcoming Arnold. And that might be worth it. But I have got to say, if he truly aims to have a shot at that top 3 or top 4 spots at this upcoming Arnold, he's gonna have to be round as well as shredded and conditioned. Now Brandon is gonna do exceptionally well in those side shots because of his size and all that added detail that he's aiming for this time. So where do you guys see Brandon at this upcoming show? Do let me know in the comments below. And also hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. And smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.